That's my name. We got this 100% dairy-free cheese. This is sweet chili spread from She's. You're getting a call from your daily neighborhood. We're drinking a container of silk oat, smooth and yummy vanilla. No sugar, zero sugar. It just tastes like vanilla and it's nice and oaty. You gotta have your oats and eat them too. Push this to the side a little bit. I got a wonderful array of beautifulness and awesomeness going on. I hope you can absolutely tune in. You wait till you see this shepherd's pie I have to my side here. I haven't showed you the main course yet. This is for a plant-based shepherd's pie from St. Hubert's here in Canada. If you have, I'm telling you, me and my wife shared half of this last night. I'm gonna get into that. I want to show you the box though, and then start this episode. It's about survival and prepping for survival in winter. But first, a little acknowledgement to all the critters that give up lives so we can eat. Now there's a different way to eat. I just have to find the damn box. This is a chicken pot pie that's vegan, a vegetarian chicken, a veggie chicken, and it's a meatless. I read this thing 6 times before it's a big pot pie, over almost 2 pounds. For this item, $9 at Sobeys Canada. Perfectly priced. If it could be a little cheaper, it would make my heart melt. But a family of 4, good sized people that eat good sized portions, this will feed a family of 4. Okay? Thank you so much to St. Hubert. You're getting a call of love from me today. Now we'll begin the show. All right? Everybody, something happened. Actually, I gotta put pants on. I'm cold. Give me 1 second to put a pair of pants on. I'll wear my long johns actually, and then we'll talk about what's next. So these are long johns. Long johns at the store. You can get a pair of long johns for $2, $6, $10. Get a pair. If you live in the East Coast, Maine, Michigan, Newfoundland, Moncton, PEI, New Brunswick, Scotia, you're looking at needing a pair of these, okay? If you live in BC, you're probably in a pair of swim trunks right now. California, and the rest of you places make me sick. How awesome your weather is. Just kidding. Next, these are pants. Now, once you put I had underwear on, then the long johns, and now a pair of pants. This is called layering. Here I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's a long sleeve shirt, a sweater. I'll do it up. And then I don't know if I would choose a vest like this for outdoors, but maybe, possibly, if I needed to have some serious arm movement. But I always go with my next layer would be a long sleeve again, or a winter coat. Even I don't really put much on. If I was going skidooing or something, I may put on 2 sweaters, a tight sweater and then a bulkier sweater. If I need to take one off because I'm sweating too much, or it's really nice out mid-afternoon, the wind died down, I'll take one of the sweaters off, throw it in an IGA bag, wrap it up tight so it doesn't get wet, chuck it in the compartment, and away she goes, okay? I'm gonna start crying. So a young lady passed because she was too cold, and it just broke my heart. So this is for you. So read the description, talk to your kids, talk to your family, and try and help out, okay? Because the story I'm going to sort of talk about later is very sad. And that's why I'm doing this. It is about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. here in Canada. I don't have any Kleenex or anything, which is kind of weird. Oh yeah, I actually have to paper towel. I was cleaning my glass yesterday and I got some left over. Super sad. Can't even think about it. She may have passed from carbon monoxide poisoning, so she didn't even die from cold. She died from carbon monoxide. It's hard to take somebody out in a car it's hard to take somebody out in cold weather if you're shielded from the elements. I guarantee you, had she not had the breathing into the carbon monoxide, she probably would have lived. But the problem was the snow was so intense, and eventually you get fatigued. You fall asleep. Plus, there's nothing to do in the car. You can't even. There's no lights. There's nothing to do. You're by yourself. You sleep for 4 to 6 hours. When you wake up, you're cold. You try and dig yourself out, or break a window and get out of your car. If you can't roll it down, you wait for help, right? Maybe you have to drink your own urine to get some hydration over a couple days, but you can survive that way. Unfortunately, this girl never got a chance to wake up in the morning. I'm not sure why they don't. I'm not going to say specifically, but in the write up, it is believed that she probably passed from carbon monoxide poisoning. So her muffler was clogged. She left her car running, and so in there is a write up that talks about a couple things you can have ready so you're not hungry for a couple. If you get caught, like, it sounds weird, but until it happens to you, you're like, oh my god, now what? Have that go bag ready. If you go on a highway in the winter, you should take a go bag. It should consist of some sort of water, nutrition, whatever you're not allergic to that you can eat that is strictly nutrient rich, like nutrient dense. It has to be, because you can't carry it. You don't have a refrigerator. What if you're stuck there for 2-3 days, right? Um, it's a short window that we have to be prepared for this, but still, it's a deadly short window. So be prepared in these, once a year, 3 times a year, or maybe you travel every day on the road and you've never taken a go bag, but this, for some reason, you watch this and now you're going to carry one, right? You literally have to change out the ingredients that are food or nutrition in the go bag once every 2 years based off the things I put in the thing there, because they have a long window of expiration. That's why I picked things like mixed nuts, granola. You can even eat that stuff 7-10 years later. But the layering is crucial. Your footwear, the amount of socks you have on, and water resistant. I didn't put that in there. Your pants, your outer layer of your pants need to be water resistant. Once you get wet in the winter, you're almost guaranteed a goner. You have to really understand how to suck it up. I've frozen my feet hundreds of times for 6 to 8, 10 hours. My feet, I have abused them. They're very badly treated in my lifetime. Very badly treated. Um, it's toughened me up, but it comes at a cost later in my life, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I don't have any. Well, my feet are a little bit sore after I walk, but that's it. Um, Wet feet is not good. In the winter, it can be the death of you. So, footwear, waterproof boots, 2 pairs of socks in your bag. You don't want to drive down the highway with all your stuff on. Put it in your bag. It doesn't need to be in a Reebok or a Nike bag. It can be an IGA bag, a garbage bag you've tied a knot in, and you've got a thing on it, a pink ribbon that says go bag, so it's not trash. This is a lifesaver, right? Oh, so you're good, but you see someone else that isn't? You're reaching your go bag. What do you need? Oh, I haven't had water for a day and a half, because as situations happen, right? When someone's been stuck longer than you, they've come up to you and you're like, do you have any water? You can't help them because you don't have a go bag, right? You want to save your life or someone else's? Have a flipping go bag in your car, truck, van, on your bike, wherever you're going. Now, the word go bag can mean a couple things. I don't mean it the way, not like a Kaya go bag or nothing like this. This is a bag, a survival kit, okay? But it's on the go. You take it with you when you go out, okay? Hence the term go bag. There's no freaking passports for 7 countries and no You know, you name a bunch of weird stuff you've seen on a movie with a go bag. The wrong go bag, bro. That go bag ain't gonna save your life, right? I mean, depending on who you are, but most go bags are like, just you see them in the movies, it's not done right, right? This one's got socks, underwear, long johns, long sleeve shirts, a couple dry, clean things. It's got some sanitary wet naps. It's got people can name stuff in the chat or comment down below some of the things that you would put in there. If it's not stupid or it's not dumb, I'm not going to remove it or erase it. If it's dumb, obviously nothing dumb sits on Wow Info's comment section, right? And if it does, you can always comment on it. Maybe I'll see it within comments and I can get rid of it and scrub it. I'm not really concerned about that. I'm more concerned about trying to save one life, and it doesn't, I'm not here, I'm not making a video going, I know I'm going to save life. I'm just like, this video goes out, my heart aches for the family that lost a loved one because of she passed in her car there. That just sucks. And I know there's hundreds of people around the world. You get into a bad place in winter, you're stuck in a drift, you perish, right? It sucks. So, I am eating breakfast while I do this episode, so I hope nobody feels any disrespect at this point. I'm going to kind of change the topic from, we're going to continue talking about survival and prepping in my way. I'm not here to tell you, I want peace. I want peace all over the world. I don't want war, fighting, none of it. So when I talk about prepping and survival, I'm not talking about it because, number one, it's not to get, I want to say this very kindly and politely. I'm not trying to do this to get a rise out of anybody or anything. I'm just doing this to, some people don't really, I've lived on an iceberg my whole life. Most of you probably don't even know what that looks like. Today, I'll take you outside and show you my backyard. Today on a live stream. Not this episode, today, when I feel like it after. Whether it be a short video or a live stream or an upload. Today I'll say it's December 30th. I talked to you about the stream I did this morning, so you know it's not a pre-recorded or some bunk thing someone goof does on. I'm doing the right thing. I want you all to know how serious I am. I'm gonna go sit in a snowbank and do a live stream with you for 10 or 15 minutes. I'm not even gonna, my teeth won't even chatter, bro. Like, not for a second. I'll sit there, I'm gonna make a couch out of a snowbank and do a live stream outside for you, all right? With no gloves, no tuque or mitts. It's not cold out, it's nice, it's beautiful. It's like, I don't know what the temperature is, but whatever it is, it's nothing. Like minus 20 for me is nothing. Nothing. Minus 20 degrees Celsius for me, a dude that lives on an iceberg, is peanuts. I go outside in my boxers for an hour if I had to. In minus 20, I'd be just fine. But there's lots of documentation on this. To kill a Viking, you got to be in minus 60 for about 5 minutes. Underneath the water, coming out of the water, dumping in and out. Leave your dink in the water another 5 minutes. You might take out one of the oldest Vikings on the island, right? That's it. Lots of people never got as cold as I've been as a young boy, as a teenager, as a young adult, as a grown man, as an old fart. I get very freezing cold every year. My ears peel off the side of my head, bleed and crack. It gets so cold. Not so much anymore. Until I was about 16, I didn't wear a toque. I used to get frostbite on my ears and scream for about 4 or 5 days. My ears would be so red and purple and pink. You wouldn't even believe it. You couldn't even believe it. People, and my frostbite, my ears used to peel. The skin used to peel off my whole ear, not just like behind, the whole ear. My skin, I used to peel skin off my ear in the wintertime. And real men know what I'm talking about. Real men know what I'm talking about right now. Not once, not twice, every year. Been 16 days minimum out of every year till I was 16. I used to peel my ears, push them back on. I used to flick my ear. I couldn't feel nothing. It was gross. It felt like a block of cheese or something. Just flicking a hard block of cheese. You couldn't feel it. It was tonk, tonk, tonk. I used to show the teacher and be like, check this out. They're like, what the fuck? That's the difference. That's what a grown man is. A grown man has felt the worst you can deliver and lived. When you grow through hardships. You don't cave under hardships. There's a time, I can talk about it quickly. There's a time me and my chick went into a farmer's field somehow. We were back road cruising like 20 years ago. Well, just about. Me and my chick, just under 20 years ago, because I haven't been with her 20 years. Damn near 20 years ago. We were back road cruising. And we took a wrong turn. When she was driving, she took a wrong turn. She ended up in a farmer's field, bro. But it was winter time, and you couldn't see. A back road looked just like this. We turned right. We swear to God, we thought it was a road. Well, I mean, had I been driving, I might have taken a little bit closer look. But I was like, yeah, check it. And I thought we were just trying to get back onto the highway, right? Went for a little dip, did our thing, and came back. And oh my God, we got stuck in a farmer's field. Normally you don't make it out of shit like that, ever. Never. Like, you don't really get a car out of a farmer's field in the middle of winter. Well, this dude did. But I had to call it. I was gassed too. I said, hey, I cleared the tires. I did everything, and I was soaked. My boots were soaked. You can ask her about this, and this was a deathly situation for me, not her. I was drenched. I took my boots off. I took my socks off. We had some heat, so this was a good thing. So I was down to my gotch in the passenger seat, and I said, this is stuff I gotta do right now. I'm in trouble. Like, we're in trouble here. And we were stuck like 4 miles straight down in the middle of farmer's field, off of a highway in the middle of the night, and we spent the night in the farmer's field. And if you're from Manitoba, you would probably have something like this happen. If you have any kind of gonads or sac, something like this might have happened to you. You definitely heard of something like this. But listen to this. So we get stuck, and I say, I gotta take a break. Like, I'm heaving. I've probably barfed. I've been pushing for so long. I'm like, I gotta take a break. I don't think I barfed, but I could have. I pushed so hard I could have. I said, I gotta take a break. Come in. And I start checking myself, and I'm wet, like up to just below my bad knee. And I'm like, holy shit, this is bad. Like, I'm soaked. Everything I have is soaked. Mud. I was covered in mud. Like, this is just coming back to me right now. I was in mud puddles. Like, I don't even know what was going on. It was like balmy condition, and then in the middle of the night, I guess the north wind came in or something. It froze the ground underneath us, and it made the ground solid. Well, when I went outside to take a morning leak, I put my boots on, my foot touched the thing, and it was a completely different hard pack from what I dealt with that night. I woke up my wife. I said, babe, I took my leak. I got back in. I said, this is our chance right now. She's like, huh? Well, you're just waking up. I'm like, babe, we gotta go now. I said, let me drive her and get this thing out of here. We got it going. Whatever. I don't remember if I drove or I pushed. I can't remember. It was my idea. And I knew we had to do it, so I got us out of there. I did drive some of the way. Okay. I know how to. I'm a specialist, and most people aren't. You can't even imagine. I take so many things into account, and then I start planning. And then I'm like, okay, it has to be 3 miles per hour. Don't let off. If you let off, we're dead. Okay? So 3 miles per hour. Don't go under 3. It's like speed, but it was like slow. We did the movie Slow Death, eh? trying to live in the movie Slow Death. Freezing slow death. And we lived. We're here. We lived it. We lived that. But then, and I'm not joking around. Like, remember, that was sad, but like, I had changed gears. I did say that. And this stuff like this is hard to do. I look, I'm talking about this. It's a relief we made it anyway. move on. It was a learning experience. Not my best moment. I wasn't driving, so I can't take. I'm not blaming myself entirely, but I should have been paying more attention since I was more familiar with the surroundings. But I put the ball in her court. Don't ever do that. If your driver has no clue where they are, stop what you're doing and get in the driver's seat. Then and there, because your biggest mistake is letting someone who doesn't know what they're doing or where they're going do it. You understand what I'm saying? It's very common sense, yet it happens all the time. You have someone who knows where they're going telling someone who doesn't where to go. Switch spots quickly, too. Very quickly switch spots. Because stuff like that, oh, I told you to turn right, you didn't, you kept going. This causes these things to happen, right? So, out of all of it, I can say it was a learning experience and moving on from it. Well, we never had a second situation like that again. Although we were in the woods many other times. It's very weird. We went out to Hecla. We went out to other places. We went out to La Riviere. We went to Dryden. We went to many other places. Many. We went camping at 15, 20 different places in Ontario, in Manitoba. I'm not going to name the Manitoba spots because I may still go back there. And I'm not scared. I want my privacy. When I'm camping, the last thing I met some people that had hey, look, if you recognize me, you won't, but there's a couple people that had an electric bike and they wanted me to come hang out, and then I just chilled with my family, but they were really cool, and I chatted with them. We did our own thing, and what's my name with me, and all this and that, but they were like, hey, come back in the evening, we'll have dinner and all this, and I was like, all right, yeah, and then I talked, and they did my peeps didn't want to come with me, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay with them then. Because I felt bad, right? Like I dragged them out camping, and then I'm taking off. Well, they didn't want to come with me anyway, but so I did my own. I always did my own thing, and I'm not gonna stop, right? Like I'm an outgoing guy that's never been able to be. You can't tie me down. You can't like harness me and say go this way. I'll knock you down and I'll make you go that way forever. Like you won't have a choice. So don't ever try and lead me, ever. It's not yours to do. Like it's my life. So where I'm from, a lot of people are misled and they're misguided by lack of guidance. You can actually misguide someone by not guiding them. And if you're a parent out there, you damn well know what I'm talking about. And if you're a parent out there that has friends or their kids have friends, you damn well know what I'm talking about. So, I grew up in the woods. I grew up in the bush, and I wouldn't change anything about it. You know, I can live in the bush if I wanted. I'm not saying I'd be the most good-looking man at the end of the year, but I would definitely be able to survive. Not many can say that, eh? But I've been living kind of not on my own, but doing my own thing for a very long time, since I was very young. I don't have a dad. Never had a curfew, and if I did, unfortunately, I wasn't the best listener. So, my God, this St. Hubert's meatless pie. I just add a couple of sliced jalapeno peppers to it. It goes next level, the next level. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna mention to them that I put hot peppers on the side of my plate. And I cut a little piece and I have a little bite. Whew. I forgot I was cutting little pieces. I put first bite of the day in the morning. Oh my God. I put a whole pepper on one bite. Oh, And these are spicy. These ones are tasty and spicy. Most watering. It's not like it's burning everywhere, but it's kind of manageable. I'm gonna have another taste here. Take my tuque off. I'm a little bit itchy. So tuques make me itchy. They you need to wear a tuque though. You know, unless you want to have your ears peeling off the side of your head, wear a tuque, okay? I also probably think my ears are a little bit, pretty much a lot bigger than they should be. Because something to do with the swelling from all the, they're not huge and hideous, but I have big ears. But also, my Ava had pretty big ears too. So maybe I just got his damn big ears. And his wicked hair. So I don't mind. I try explaining to people sometimes about science and stuff. Elon Musk gives support to obvious move that would solve world energy crisis. Hydrogen stock to skyrocket. H2O2. Energy storage. He's often spoken about the war in Ukraine and has been one of the foremost architects in modern space exploration. It's that hot pepper, sorry about this. Now he's been weighing in on one of the biggest conversations facing the planet. How do we supply the globe with clean, renewable energy? Engaging in a conversation of his newest acquisition of Twitter, Musk responded to the tweet of a user who posted a map of North Africa with 3 red squares on it. Did anybody see Elon Musk's post on Twitter on December 28th? I believe I screenshotted it. You got to read this. It says here in this one article I was reading this morning at 8:07 a.m. TechCrunch was the the article. Everybody alive today came from one country, according to study. It's well known that all humans alive today can be traced back to an ancestor, but a study may have found the origin. It might not be where you expected. So, let me see if I can find... excuse me. 4 more lots of blood pressure medication recalled over impurities. FDA issues recall over common blood pressure medication citing cancer risk. I forgot to tell my wife about this. I'm going to read this to her. But actually, I don't have the type it is. Oh, yeah. Blood pressure medication Quinapril was voluntary recall last week over concerns it could increase the risk of cancer. So I'm going to tell her. She can tell her family and everything. All right, everybody. My wife just gave me like 3 or 6 big hugs, and I wasn't expecting more than a tiny, decent one. I asked her for a hug, and she wouldn't let go. I was like, "What's going on?" But she said I had a cloudy mustache, like something funny was going on up here. I said, "No, oh, I know what it was. It was the vegan cheese for my mustache." Mm. Mm. Or maybe it was a little piece of the pie here. I don't know what it was. But I got a bad wife, you guys. I want to thank all my longtime viewers. I want to thank the people that know me, that have seen me around YouTube. I've been here for what, 4 years, something like that. I think four good years I've been here. Roughly. Actually, that's not even true, eh? I almost got dizzy. I was off of here for almost a whole year. And I took over Instagram, and then I see how crap Instagram is. I want nothing to do with it. It's all about people who take pictures of how good looking they are, right? I can take videos of how good looking I am over here, bud. Like, what are you doing on IG, homies? There's no cool people on IG either, I figured out. There are just those that are looking for, someone to say how beautiful they are, right? You can do that here for me if you want. On a live stream. Oh, yeah. And to be honest, looks come from within. I actually, more than ever, listen to the words that come out of people, whether it be on a movie, a live stream, in person. I don't make eye contact, and I don't make eye contact really with the camera either, which means I don't get to see the screen when chats come up, because that's fake. You're always, if you can't carry on a good sentence without, and your best line is, "What up? Good to see you on YouTube." If those are your best lines you can come up with, not only am I not subscribing, but your channel's bunk, because it's not helping the world at all. So the channels that I follow are DIY channels, fix-it channels, building channels, growing channels, cooking channels, recipe channels. I don't watch how to trim my beard videos. I don't watch, I'm trying to think of stuff that's for guys. How to trim my hair for guys videos. I'm very deep. Anything I learn on YouTube and take seriously and hold high standards, or in high regard, as we say, are things that you are instilled with, that make you and a community better. You improve a community by learning about detoxifying smoothies or juices or whatever it is you're into, right? And which I love hearing how, whatever fruits you're putting in, and you've noticed these changes in this. I'm like, wow, I gotta try that. I gotta try those fruits to see if I get the same benefits, health benefits from them, right? I want to thank you all for tuning in to a very important show that I made today. If you love me and like what I do, drop a like. If you don't want to see anybody else perish in the cold that you love, share a video with someone share this video with someone that you think may not have a good understanding of winter weather. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in. I am, of course, the greatest daily live streamer in the world. Never forget that, okay? I want to thank you all for tuning in. And if Logan Paul, Jake Paul, you know, you got that beast dude, a bunch of dudes, if you want to have a ladder match, cage match, see who's the greatest YouTuber in the world, I challenge all you goob tubers to a battle. There's a cage match against the Hashman, the greatest of all. All of you versus me at the exact same moment. Watch me, Nene. You will not have a clue what the outcome is, but I'm telling you, it's not going to be pretty. Hey, we got Russia in the house being awesome. Hi, Russia. Peace and love to you. How long have I not seen you? Hello. How are you doing? With past Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you, Russia. One love. Russia will celebrate the New Year for 13 days. They will buy a lot of... Oh, boy. This is already a tradition in the country. We need to attack now. We need to attack now. I'm totally teasing. Long queues at the stores. It's a nightmare. Well, I'll say this. I hope Russia, I hope you have a wonderful New Year and Christmas. And I hope that... I hope you tie up as many generals that wish war upon other countries as possible. Tie them up and just forget about the key. Throw away the key. Russia, tie up the generals and just free this world, all right? Any country with bad generals who wish war upon another nation, tie up your generals. I'm telling you right now. There's only about 5 people in your whole building that want war. The entire rest of the building has to fight and die for those 5 people. Tie those fucks up. I love you all so much. I'll see you next time. One love. The people's love. Rastafari.